Okay, well, we are live for the fourth game of the day on a slot, HESN Live. Welcome to the live broadcast of the Peewee A-Cup Championship between the Orleans Bengals and the Myers Riders. I'm your host today, Jesse Card. Along with me is Jeff Karate in the booth calling the game. We have just had a kickoff. Myers kicked off to Orleans, and the Bengals have had a couple plays here, and they've got the ball down inside the Riders' 30.
Yeah, they got there. They gave the ball to Khalil Campbell a couple of times. Now they just gave it to Jeremy Nyeke, and they pretty much had their way running the football in 3 plays, gone essentially probably 35 yards at this point, Jess.
Yeah.
I mean, no surprise that there's going to be, some runs today. It's getting pretty wet out there. It's been raining all day here at what we dub as Panther Park. Quarterback under center. I think that's Jeremy in behind at tailback.
Hand off again
to Jeremy.
And he's made someone miss. He's a big boy, and he's rumbling and just pushed out at about the 1 yard line. Good enough for another first down. It would be 1st and goal for the Bengals early in this Peewee A-Cup Championship.
Yeah, so far they've had their way with him running the football. Myers doesn't have an answer for either of these running backs thus far. The ball's down, 1st and goal at the 1. Maybe the 2. Khalid Campbell now is the tailback. Jeremy's moved out to slot. I guess they're going to do that quite a bit today. Jesse just moved these 2 real good runners around a little bit.
I formation, handoff to number 7. He loses the ball. And that might be Myers football. It looks like it is. It is.
Football.
Hey, and Jeff, just like in the Mosquito Championship that the Panthers won just before this game, there was a fumble in kind of the same situation, same side of the field, in fact, and that's big. I mean, when you can bring the ball down there and not come up with any points and give it up, that's just tough.
It is tough. The good thing is that they've run essentially 4 plays and made it down to the goal line. That's just a miscue, maybe a missed handoff, maybe the ball was wet. It is raining pretty hard out there, so it's not the first time we're going to see that throughout the course of this game for sure. But the good thing is at the start of the game, there's only a couple minutes gone in the game, so I don't think the Bengals are going to sweat that too much. Let's see what Myers has to offer up on the other side of the ball here.
Myers Riders offense, first time today seeing these. Quarterback number 11 hands the ball off, and there's not much doing there on that run.
There's a flag on a play, so obviously somebody moved him. I'm not sure on what side of the ball that happened at.
That's Justin Shibby, quarterback for this Myers Riders team. The Riders this season went 8-0, first place in the Peewee division of NCAFA. They averaged 53.8 points per game, which was also first. Scored 60-plus on 4 different occasions this season, Jeff. So look for some big offensive firepower from this West End representative in the championship.
And they're the only team to hand a loss to the Bengals. The Bengals lost 1 game. It was to Myers. It was a close game. And talking to, some of the coaches about it, a week or so after it happened, there were some miscues in the game, just like that. But you can't go fumble the ball against real good football teams. Now it's wet, and we might see it a little bit more than just that one time. Myers in a tough spot here at 2nd and long, 2nd and 8, against a very good, stingy defense of the Bengals.
So here we go, 2nd down and 8. Shibby in the shotgun takes the snap, rolls to his right, lets it go, and it's batted down by an Orleans defender. He used the proper hand with his left hand on the back of the receiver. The front right hand comes over top, knocks the ball down.
Great play by the defense. They were just trying to go to an inside receiver out of the backfield. I'm guessing had he even caught it, he wouldn't have gained enough yards for a first down. Would have put him in 3rd. Now it's 3rd and just longer. 3rd and about 8, it looks like.
So 3rd down for the Myers Riders. And they punted off.
And it gets a bit of a bounce.
Fortunate bounce. But the big man, number 8, picks it up.
That's Jalen Guy trying to get what he can out of it.
He's wrapped up by number 31 and number 35 for the Riders. And the Bengals will have the ball again now. They've had success on their first drive. They've been able to move the ball down, running left and running to the right. They have a couple very fine athletes on this football team, and they're sporting their orange jerseys, Myers in black. I formation.
Khalid Campbell's the tailback. Jeremy Nyeke is the inside slot.
Fumble.
He lost it again.
So Orleans having some issues with the rain and a slippery football early on. We saw them cough it up within the 5-yard line on their previous drive. And now another bobbled exchange between the center and the quarterback.
Yeah, that was just the center quarterback exchange that got a little bit muffed. Now they switched it up. They got Jeremy in the backfield.
Quarterback under center, toss right.
That's just a toss to the strong side of the field.
He wants
There's
to cut inside,
there.
but he can't. He reverses field,
That's
but
right.
holy smokes.
Great defense by the Myers, just swarmed up Jeremy. He had absolutely nowhere to go.
The defense, like you say, swallowed him up. You know, this is going to be key, Jeff. The Myers is going to have to play really solid on the contain.
They're going to have to make sure. Jeremy likes to get to the edge, and once he gets there, I mean, there's no stopping him. So if they don't go in between the tackles, if he gets to the edge, he could be gone. So if they contain him, then it means their inside halves or inside backers got to tackle Jeremy if he's playing at a tailback spot. He's a real good, strong runner. Now it's 3rd and 15 or 16. Bengals are going for it. Not
Passing
sure why.
situation.
They're just going to go straight toss to this side of the field, thinking they can
Zig
get up.
motion, another fumble.
Of the ball.
This time, whether it's recovered by Myers or not, they get the ball.
I'm not sure why they would do that. You're at midfield, and it's 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16. Punt the ball. Myers hasn't done anything. You stopped him the first time. You'd essentially get him down probably between the 15 and 20-yard line if you can cover it well enough and make a play. And field position's a big thing. At the start of the game, I'm not so sure going for it on 3rd down was the right thing to do.
Number 2 of the Riders defense, Nico Falsetto. Big on that last series. Now we've got Shibby, quarterback for Myers, and out of the gun. Eye back underneath him. And he hands the ball off.
Number 1.
Elijah St. John refusing to go down. He is running with the entire Orleans team on his back.
That is a great run. I mean, we're going to see that. We saw it. We've seen it all day, Jesse. Just a ground and pound of the teams that have been playing in the A-Cup championships here, which we have dubbed Panther Park for the Panther Tykes and Mosquitoes, both winning the A-Cup.
Orleans,
their first 2 games.
Orleans certainly not going to like that, but you can't refute the fact that the Panthers are going for 3 A-Cups here today. Toss left to Elijah.
He's got some room. Great block on the edge by 33. And he's just hard to take down. He's just going to keep rolling. He'll drag guys another couple yards. Great block on the lead blocker there, number 33.
And you can certainly see why this Myers Riders team went undefeated, 8-0 this season. Their defense also only allowing 13.5 points per game, which was 3rd, best in the league at the Peewee division, just behind Bell and Orleans. So 2 good defenses, 2 good offenses, and an A-Cup matchup. Here we go.
Yeah, these are both number 1 and number 2. This is going to turn out to be a slugfest if it keeps going the way it is, Jess. Both teams are going to run the ball with great backs, it seems. Now they've gone and given it to the fullback to see if he can get any yards.
Orleans does a good job of limiting the gain.
Yeah, you won't run all day doing the same thing against this Bengal defense. They're very, very good. They fly to the ball well. They flow. They know how to pursue and they know how to tackle.
They've got a lot of players listed on the D-line, and they are big up front. Second and 11. Handoff to Elijah.
Oh, yeah.
Elijah cuts, reverses field.
There's a flag. It's going to get called back for a hold, I'm guessing.
He is finally brought down, but like you alluded to, there is a flag on the field.
Yep.
Mouche noir.
I mean, stuff like that's going to be important today, Jesse. These, fumbled exchanges, fumbles, a penalty on a first down run. Those are things that will cost either team, because what we've seen so far, both can run the football, both defenses swarm to the ball and can tackle and make plays.
Indeed.
That's costly. It goes from a first down around a 25 to 2nd and 20 outside the 40 to about the 41.
Thank you for joining us on this HESN Live edition broadcast of the Peewee A-Cup Championship. It's NCAFA football at its finest. We're shooting live from Millennium Field in Cumberland. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. The end around to number 15. He spins out of a tackle, falls forward for a few.
That's number 12 and 32 combining on the tackle. They're doing a great job. Jake Henderson, part of that tackle there.
Nicholas Sircuso getting the call and on the end around, number 15 for the Riders, but it's going to be 3rd and long. A punting situation. Hayden Lines back to punt. One solo returner. And a pretty decent punt. It will bounce into the Orleans returner's arms.
That's Jalen Guy returning for the Bengals. Starts as a linebacker for them, returns punts. Didn't get much as far as turning the field goes, but I mean, 5 or 10 yards here, 15 yards there, that could be the difference. Now let's see what the Bengals can put together with maybe getting the, I won't say butterflies, because a lot of these kids have been playing too long to be having butterflies, and they're really good athletes. And I'm just going to say, get the weather element out of their mind and just start to buckle down a little bit.
We've got other NCAFA players that weren't as fortunate as these teams watching the live broadcast on YouTube. I ask all of you guys to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A huge gain.
That's Khalid Campbell just taking it to the outside, getting to the edge. That's what the Bengals like to do. They like to get the edge and get up the sideline. That's a great run.
Campbell picking up massive yardage. Now Orleans, like you said, Jeff, they're not going to have issues driving the ball. I mean, this is a very good Myers defense, but they are so good that they're going to get into situations where they can score. But so far, they've had a few turnovers, and they're going to have to be a little bit better at that if they're going to put some points on this Riders defense. Yeah,
and Myers has to do a better job of capitalizing on it. If you're lucky enough to get one of those Bengal running backs, stop them dead in their tracks like they did, or they get a fumbled exchange, something of that nature, you got to capitalize on it. If not, this is what we're going to see the whole game.
83 with the handoff and the touchdown. No flags down. It's good.
Yeah, you're going to see Khalil on one side. You'll see Jeremy Onyeka right after. That's why they have to. If there's any miscues on the Bengals side, Myers is going to have to capitalize to even the score a little bit. Otherwise, these guys might be running like this all day.
So 6-0. The Bengals will line up for the extra point.
Very important extra points today, Jess. We've seen that. They all count.
They do. Doesn't seem like much in the first quarter, but when you get down to 2 minutes left in the fourth and you need that valuable point, it can mean the difference between an A-Cup championship. High snap. He just chucks it on a fire drill. It falls incomplete. And it'll be 6-0 Orleans Bengals over the Riders with 2.3 seconds left in the first quarter.
There's a penalty on the play. Let's see if somebody moved, or maybe Myers was offside. If they were indeed offside, they'll get a chance to re-kick it.
Maybe a few less people than the Mosquito game in attendance, but still quite a good showing for a rainy day. The fortunate thing I will say is that it's not too cold.
It's not cold out. It's good. It's Cumberland and Bengals in these A-Cups in the East, so it's real good. The Cumberland parents and fans haven't had to go far, just as well as the Cumberland people haven't had to go far either. So that penalty was against Myers. They get to retry the kick.
Now, I'm sure
and it's good.
The Montreal Football League is watching, because now we finally get to talk about the fact that the winner of this team, whether it's Myers or Orleans, their season doesn't end here. They're going to have 1 week to prepare, to rest up, maybe heal a few boo-boos.
Yep.
And then they're back at it with a very strong, we hear, Quebec opponent.
Yep, and you know what? There's no arguing. Whoever goes on from this game is going to be a good representative from the CAFA Peewee division, because both teams are ranked 1 and ranked 2. They'll have earned it, not only A-Cup, but the right to play in that game. Well, I would think that now Jeremy and Khalid have their wits about them now after that drive, both contributing to running the football.
Yeah, they've got a chance to feel this out a little bit and make sure they make some adjustments on defense to defend that. Kickoff to Myers. Nice job catching that ball in the air while the defender's hitting him.
Yeah, that's an interesting kick. It's a great kick. It went 10.5 yards right to a lineman that was standing there in the front line. Good thing he caught it. Had not, maybe the Bengals might have recovered it. Those kicks we're seeing more and more, Jess, from teams, because everybody typically puts their fast, athletic kids in the back to return the ball, and a lot of times they end up around the 35, 40-yard line. So sometimes these guys just figure we might as well just kick it there with a chance to get it. Worst case, it's going to be where it would have otherwise.
It's as good as a turnover getting that kickoff back. You can hear the Riders faithful rooting on their team, and this is a meaningful game for this Riders organization, losing Sandy Ruckstall to, the earlier this year.
Yeah, that's a bit of a blow to Myers. Sandy was an icon in, not only with Myers, but in the CAFA and summer football and the OVFL, and not having him around is definitely an adjustment for Myers. Good on, now they're going to take a late hit for not paying attention to when the whistle was going.
Elijah St. John on the carry, brings it back to the original line of scrimmage, but like you alluded to, Jeff, probably a unnecessary roughness on Orleans.
Yeah.
It's difficult. You teach the defense to run hard, play hard, and
yeah, there's playing hard, but you got to play to the whistle. That's it. But you know what? It's an A-Cup. Kids, the more you see kids getting older, there's a little bit more energy there. But at the end of the day, you got to play the whistle, and there's no need to not play the whistle. You get 15 yards, you deal with it, it's forgotten, and you move on. Just don't make a habit of it, that's all.
Riders quarterback out of the gun takes the chest-high snap, hands it off to Elijah St. John, who's got some room but fumbles the ball. The third fumble turnover of the game.
Yep. That's what it's going to be. You cannot turn the ball over. And now the Bengals get an opportunity at midfield, just past midfield, which is likely in all reality a short field for them. So let's see what they can do and how that Myers defense can comes and makes up for this turnover by their offense.
We see number 92 struggling a little bit to get off the field. 7-0 for the Bengals over the Riders. Diaz, quarterback for the Orleans Bengals, tying his shoe.
Now they've got Khalid in the backfield. Khalid Campbell's the tailback, talking over with the quarterback on, hey man, you're going to go left or you're going to go right. I imagine it'll be one of those directions.
And here comes the snap. I formation, another bobbled exchange. He just decides to take it himself. And number 4 with a great low tackle.
Yep. You know what? Unfortunate exchange, but he was able to get the ball and just maintain possession.
James Donnelly on the tackle. He makes it 2nd and 11 for Orleans. These are two very proud areas of the city. Orleans and Nepean, basically.
Yeah.
They're not called Nepean, but they're in and around that area, very close to where I grew up. I was actually in Myers territory, but we got a waiver for me to play for the Bell Warriors.
And you played a long time there.
Oh, I played all the way tight through Bantam. But the Myers Riders, very proud organization. Handoff out of the I formation and nothing going. He can't find any daylight, and he's wrapped up. Now, Jeff, you being a long-time running back yourself and a coach that pays a lot of attention to the O-line systems, does it look maybe like Orleans this running back isn't really following his blockers, but he's kind of going freestyle out there?
Yeah, he does run a little bit freestyle because what happens is that they get used to just having their way sometimes, and you have to understand when you run right and you start to juke a little bit towards the sideline, guys are flowing from the other side to you. So the minute you turn around, guys are going to be there to hit you, and that's why cutting back sometimes, like Jeremy tried to do earlier, didn't work against a real good defense. It might work against some of those teams that don't pursue real well or athletically can't compete with their running backs, but this defense seems to. So I would suggest to get the ball and go. They're good enough to break tackles. They're good enough to break tackles going north-south.
So the Bengals' path to this championship, they went through 14-8 and beat the Warriors in the semifinals. And before that, they beat the Eagles in the quarterfinals, shutting them out 38-0. On the other hand, the Myers Riders' path here, they beat the Raiders 44-12 in the quarterfinals and then taking out the Cornwall Wildcats in the semifinals 43-9. So pretty dominant performance by the Riders in the playoffs. And they're running into a pretty solid Orleans adversary.
Yeah, both teams are used to scoring lots of points, but both these defenses have played very, very well and not allowed a whole bunch of points. So this game being a little bit one-dimensional given the weather, it might not be so bad. There might be a pass thrown in here and there, but it's going to be all these running backs. And the good thing is, this is going to be a great game. We got great running backs on both sides of the ball. They're definitely going to do some good things today. As long as they can stop from turning the ball over, we'll be good.
So head coach Scott Boxall, we saw out there addressing his team with the timeout. And he's coaching with his brother, running back coach and QB coach Scott Boxall. So it's a family affair for the Myers Riders, and they'd like nothing more than winning an A Cup together. Orleans punts the ball.
No yards. No, that was a bit of a different formation for them to punt. Like I said, you know what? They punted. They netted about maybe 15 yards, which is not great, but it's not bad.
Brandon Lee Barletta returning the punt. And you can see the rain is falling here at Millennium Park. Peewee A-Cup Championship. And your HESN live broadcast. For those that are just joining us now, I'm Jesse Card with HESN and joined with Jeff Karate calling the game here. 7-0 Orleans. Myers with the ball, 1st and 10. Close to center field. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. They're looking to pass. They go deep.
Oh, that might be intercepted. Oh, jeez.
And a flag down.
Well, that has all the makings of an interference call. However, I didn't see any pass interference.
And when the ball kind of hangs up and comes down like that, you got to use some leniency, or you would hope the refs would use some leniency on any kind of pass interference.
Yeah, well, I got to say, Jess, we're not far from the play, and I can honestly say I didn't see that one. I was more paying attention to the ball getting up in the air. Maybe the Bengal defender just pushed on the receiver to get over to the ball to intercept it, maybe.
Nonetheless, it's a 1st down for the Riders, and their tall quarterback, Shibby, out of the gun, hands it off. That's Elijah. He's good for close to 4 yards.
Yeah, that's a big, tough run into the meat of that Bengal defense. That's tough there. I mean, getting 4 yards is good. That's a real stingy defense. They haven't given up a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns this year. Elijah's in for a big day if he gets the football a lot. That Bengal defense is very, very good.
He's got to hold on to it. Shibby looks like the quarterback keeper.
Great tackle. Great tackle by number 92.
Looks like Matthew Michel Azevero on the tackle. And it's 3rd down already. So we've seen a couple of fumbles, a couple turnovers. We've seen some nice running by the Bengals. It's a pretty even game.
It's been very even. I mean, the Bengals started off, they rolled a couple of big ones, fumbled the ball a couple of times. Myers has returned the favor by fumbling the ball. Now it's 3rd and 3. Let's see what they can pull out of their bag of tricks to at least get a 1st down here.
Shibby out of the shotgun. Toss right. Fumble again, and another turnover. Wait. Yes. They're going to give it to the Bengals.
Yep.
So both running backs and quarterbacks having trouble with the ball. What do you do as a coach, Jeff, if this is happening to your team early on in an important game?
You bring a bag of 50 footballs, and every time your offense goes onto the field, you bring a new ball. I don't know if they're changing balls or not. I know they're allowed to. Whether or not they are, I'm not sure. But it's wet out there. It doesn't seem to be raining now like it was before, but regardless, and we watched the ref. He's drying it off as best he can for them.
He's got a beach towel hanging from his belt buckle, but it's not doing much.
And you got to remember, the kids' uniforms are wet too.
This is the 4th fumble turnover of the game. The Bengals.
There's Khalid Campbell. Off he goes. He's cutting back. These Bengal running backs love to do this, and this is why they can get there and stretch it out.
So Khalid Campbell making the Riders pay with a cutback. And he's got an interesting running style, Jeff. He's kind of reminds me of beast mode.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, he likes to juke, and you know what the good thing is these backs, all the guys, the kid from Myers too, and the Bengal guys, while they're juking, they're getting north.
Well, that's it.
Like they're not getting side to side for the most part. I know they do sometimes.
He looks like he's never quite sure where he's going.
Yeah.
He's making a decision in real time.
Yeah.
So we got I formation, quarterback under center, hands it off.
And that's a good run. That's just straight heads up the gut running.
And a tackle by James Donnelly again, number 4. He's a smaller player, but he tackles big.
Yeah, we've seen great fundamental tackling all over the field in all the games, throughout the A Cup and the B Cup and the Midget Championship. Just seen great tackling.
So is that an indication of that safe tackling courses and coaching certifications?
It's got to be working.
Paying dividends.
Yeah, it's got to be working because kids fundamentally are just very, very good.
5:40 left in the second quarter. Orleans up 7-0 over the Myers Riders. Thanks for joining us on HESN Live. Handoff to 83. Oh, and he reverses, almost runs into the referee.
There's a block in the back they didn't see.
He breaks it.
That's what you get with Jeremy, right? He's elusive. He likes that patented, I'm going to go this way, come back and get you. Because that defense, and like a lot of good defenses, they pursue really, really hard and want to string you out. They're not expecting him to stop and cut back and get all the way to the other sideline. So he ran about 150 yards to get about 10 or probably 12 or 15 yards. And now they're going to mix it up. They're going to put Khalil Campbell as the tailback now.
Well, it doesn't seem to matter who is running the ball because it's working. Handoff again. Holds on to the ball. And number 4, again, in on the tackle. That's James Donnelly with his 5th tackle of the game. This Myers defense is definitely going to be tested today. But I think so far, both teams have done pretty good. Controlling it and keeping it only a one-possession football game.
Yeah, there's been some fumbles as you would expect, given the weather and given the rain, the ball being wet, their jerseys being wet. But I'll tell you, these guys are out here giving everything they have on both sides of the ball. And now they got Campbell in the backfield again. He almost bobbled that.
That's Khalid Campbell with another carry. And the Orleans offensive line doing a good job opening up some holes for these all-star-like running backs.
And we got third and less than a yard, I think, now.
Tristan McCormick, Nate Duncan, or Dunak, Adam Burke, Ty McRae, Michael Ferrier, and Francis Nisla on the O-line for the Orleans Bengals.
The fullback out here is doing a hell of a job, too, for them.
Balance, eye, and number 14 is in to the backfield for the Myers Riders.
He's still got enough for the first down. I think with the spot, he's going to get a first down. It looks to be that. But they had him wrapped in there for no gain or maybe even a loss.
Emmanuel Mansoure broke through the line immediately, but wasn't able to make the tackle. But he definitely disrupted the play.
Oh, for sure he did. Wow, I thought they had spotted him, giving him the first down, given how little they had to go.
If we look at this play, Jeff, you tell me what you see.
Well, they disrupt him here. They almost get him. They got him here again. And he falls forward. When he fell forward, I thought he got enough for the first down, but obviously he didn't. So it's 1st and 10 now from the 23-yard line for Myers. Deep in their own end.
3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the half. Orleans is only up by 1 touchdown and a converted kick. And the Myers Riders, with first down, will have to go the length of the field.
Well, they're switching things up with the running back, getting somebody else in there.
Toss right. He's got a bit of room. Finally puts his head down and barrels into a bevy of Orleans Bengals defenders.
Wilson Brown on the toss there. It seemed like he was a little bit unsure on where to go, getting to the sideline or maybe cutting up, looking for something, because the Bengals are a very good pursuit team. Very good tacklers, very good pursuit team. Sometimes it might be just better just to get north in hopes of breaking tackles.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We've got 53 on the feed right now, which is pretty good.
We've got a halfback pass. It's going to be intercepted. It might be taken all the way for a touchdown.
He could.
Looks like he is.
Go.
Bengals.
And he's in.
Interception, touchdown.
Holy jeez.
That looks like Jalen Guy, their punt returner. You can see why they wanted to return punts. Now there's a flag on the play. Not quite sure what it is.
Hold on, folks. The referees are sorting out what occurred. But if that stands, that is a big play to finish out the first half.
That's a huge play. I've watched this Bengal Peewee a couple of times this year, Jesse, and their defense scores touchdowns. It looks like.
So we see the tail end of this play, and it's not enough that he intercepts the ball, but he tries to finish it.
Yeah. You're not going to stop him. So I was checking that out, missed what's going on in the field. Players are moving around, the ball's moving around, the ball's all the way out here around the 38-yard line. And
well,
it looks
like,
to be
it looks like that was negated.
Must have happened just after the interception. A block in the back would make sense.
Nonetheless, the Bengals have the ball. And with 2:36, they've got a chance to get some insurance on their lead before halftime.
Jeremy in the backfield.
And the parent that yelled out it's a run was
right.
right. Campbell splits the defense.
That's Jeremy Anyeke. It's going to come back.
Almost right out of the view of our cameras. But once again, another flag down on the field. The Bengals sporting those flashy new uniforms with the Panther on the knee. If you're gonna go to the show, you might as well look good.
Yeah, might as well look good.
And it's holding on the Bengals. So another big play. 2 touchdowns now called back on the Bengals. And I believe 2 fumbles that the Riders have come up with at the hand. So some miscues, some undisciplined play by the Bengals.
Yep. And this is...
and the fans don't like it.
They don't like it, but it was a hold nonetheless. It's 1st and 20. The good thing is, even though, typically you wouldn't run the ball on 1st and 20, with these 2 running backs that the Bengals have, I wouldn't be surprised in the least. It's really tough to throw out here. It's a little bit wet. These running backs are real good. Now I think they've gone to having Khalid in the backfield.
First and a country mile. Handoff.
Here he goes. He's going to split him. He's gone. They're not going to catch him. Oh, he fumbled the football. Myers got the ball back.
Unbelievable.
Off he goes. Wow.
We are seeing some crazy stuff happening here.
He was gone. He split those Myers defenders beautifully and then just lost the football. I'm not so sure someone stripped it.
Let's have a look at that replay, Jeff.
Here they go. He gets the ball. He comes up. Now watch him come back. Watch those 2 Myers defenders right here. He splits them, gets going, and just drops the ball. Just dropped the ball.
So not what they were looking for with a big gain like that. And, Orleans is going to have to be more careful.
They just got to hold on to the football.
It's very rare that you can beat good teams in championships making the kind of mistakes that they're making.
Yep.
So Myers back with the ball.
Oh, he's got some wheels. Oh, great block. Great tackle. Great block. Can't see who that was. Whoever was leading away from him. I want to see that's number 33 for Myers out there.
And he made another one,
again.
didn't he?
Yeah,
he made the earlier
blocks.
one.
That Wilson Brown, he's doing a heck of a job blocking out there. He's gotten the ball a couple of times.
Elijah St. John with the football on that last carry.
Seems to be maybe there might be a penalty here.
So we got lucky the first few games. the two Tyke teams and the Mosquito, very few penalties. Now, is that because they're younger and the refs don't call as much, or is that just because the teams are playing a little bit more disciplined football?
Well, I think they're playing more disciplined football. That's fairly obvious, but they're not horrible penalties. They're not horrible penalties they're getting. We're not seeing anybody get hit out of bounds and all that sort of stuff. So to say that they're undisciplined, I wouldn't go that far. But I mean, maybe the younger kids are a little bit more disciplined. Yes, maybe these referees are a little bit different. They call a little bit stuff that maybe sometimes otherwise they shouldn't. The one penalty, unnecessary roughness we had over here, for sure, would be a penalty. But otherwise, I haven't seen anything that was really, really bad. But now we got a penalty that has taken Myers back to their 1-yard line. We missed that. In all this confusion, I'm not sure if somebody's hurt. Coaches coming out on the field. And it'll be 1st and 20. I'm not so sure what would have done that. So with 2 minutes, 3 seconds to go, Myers will be 1st and 20 on their own 1-yard line.
Yeah, they're really backed up. Now, is this the kind of play in the past we've seen Myers? Now, I know it's a different coaching staff, different style of play, but I remember offenses, and I remember watching Myers offenses, and this is the perfect territory where they chuck a long one. Yeah,
the thing is you have Elijah in the backfield for Myers. I'm guessing that the Bengals are going to send some heat here because they're going to run. Myers is probably going to run. If not, they take a shot downfield. But given the weather conditions, given that they come out with 4 receivers, you might be onto something there, Jess. But I think the Bengals are going to send a couple of linebackers here, and they indeed do. They send a lot, and they get him in the backfield. He's not for a safety. It looks like he's out on the 1-yard line.
He's lucky to get out of there, Elijah St.
Yep.
St. John, that is. Minute 58, 7-0 ball game for the Orleans Bengals over the Myers Riders in this Peewee 2017 NCAFA Championship tilt.
It's a pretty important call here because it's 2nd and 20, really.
The winner of the A-Cup today will face the Montreal champion in the first inaugural interprovincial.
He could be gone. He could be gone. He could be gone from the end zone, one end zone to the other. Elijah St. John gone. No penalties, no flags. My goodness. My goodness.
Touchdown Riders.
That would be a play that I'd like to see again. Jesse, my goodness. 2nd and 20 from their 1-yard line. And off he goes. And it was look at him. They had him.
Maybe a little bit over pursuit by the outside linebacker, but an unbelievable run. And look at the breakaway speed. No one's going to catch him when he gets going.
I don't know what you put on the stat sheet for that, Fred. What would you do? How big a run is that? Is that a 109-yard run because it's from the line of scrimmage? I'd want to give him credit for going from the end zone. Wow.
So how big is that for these Riders to get something on the board, tie the game before the half, make this a football game? And you know what? This is exactly what I thought. On the podcast, Jeff, I called and I said this was my probably most anticipated matchup today was these two guys. Two very proud coaching staffs, two very good teams. And, I think last year these two teams played each other in the Mosquito A-Cup Championship last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
you're right.
There's a little bit of a rivalry brewing here.
For sure. I mean, there's athletes all over the field here. Both teams are very well coached. You can see these running backs are just going to be the highlight of this football game because they have been already. With 1:15 to go, the Bengals get the ball back and a chance to get down the field and score before the end of the half. And we know they can do it in a hurry. Another moonshot kick over here. Bengals got it. He's gone down the sideline with the football. What a shame. Myers gets the football on a moonshot. Perfect kick. It looks like he caught it mid-stride, and somebody was offside on Myers. They're going to have to re-kick.
Yeah, another tough break.
You cannot waste opportunities like that in games like this against an opponent who can score quickly.
Well said, Coach Karate.
Now, do they try it again? I mean, that was a perfect kick. He caught it mid-stride, Jess. Caught it, and he might have run for a touchdown. Nonetheless, doesn't matter. You cannot go offside. You've got to stay on side. They may try it again.
Here we are as the re-kick.
He kicks it all the way down the field.
Oh.
They need to cover it. Keep him down there.
Campbell gets wrapped up by number 6.
Great hit.
And
Great
finished
tackle.
off by number 44 of the Myers Riders. That's Brandon Lee Borletta that wraps him up. And Luca Fernaccio that finishes him off. There you see him on the screen. He has had a tremendous season for these Riders. Good enough to get him in the A-Cup championship.
Minute 5 to go, Jess. Now the good thing is the Bengals got to go a long way to be able to score here, but we know they can. It's a toss of the ball, it's a give of the ball, and one of these running backs can get an awful lot of yards in an awful hurry.
Handoff.
He
He's
fumbled
fumbled
it
again.
Picked up by Myers.
And they've got a whole minute to work with, Jeff.
Isn't that crazy? So they run an onside, they run a moonshot kick. They get it. They get it about there. They get it about there. They have to re-kick. They kick it deep. Bengals get the ball. They fumble it on the first play. It's just the type of game it's been. Now here we're talking about the Bengals getting down the field and scoring quickly. Myers has the same capability we saw Elijah run for 109 yards.
We see the replay here where it looks like a good exchange. He's just not paying enough attention to the handoff.
He's looking to where he's running before he gets the football.
So Myers with the ball, they look to pass.
That's a screen. Well done, screen. Well done, screen. There he goes. But they're going to get a hold, or they might get. Oh. Illegal man downfield is what they're going to call on the play. Gosh. That was such a great play. Such a great play. They caught the Bengals, bringing guys, and as a lineman, you cannot get that far downfield with the ball being thrown past the line of scrimmage.
There's the call from the referee. They're going to repeat first down, but they still got a lot of time, 45 seconds.
I've just been advised, Jesse, by our mastermind statistician, Fred Sherwin, that there's been 5 turnovers in this half thus far, 45 seconds ago. Just the Bengals have had 5 turnovers.
Well,
that's a lot of turnovers. And again, it's a good thing it's only 7-7.
It's 7-7, and the Riders would be wise to do what they can to score before the half. But yeah, you say, if you look at 5 turnovers, as Fred offered us up at those stats, for them to come away and to really be in a tie ball game at halftime is pretty
crazy.
Miraculous.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Nobody has any business being tied with 5 turnovers. But it's just been one of those games because Myers has had a bunch of turnovers as well. I'm sure if we give Fred some time, he'll dig through his notes and find out how many turnovers Myers has had. I'm sure it's 2 or 3.
So if you're not out here, you're watching this game on the HESN YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Help us get to 2,000 subscribers.
I love that screen call they ran. Now what do they got?
Would you go back to it, Jeff?
I might go back to it later. Not so bad now.
Out of the shotgun. Toss
There's
right.
Elijah.
Elijah St. John slips a couple tackles and is pushed out close to the Riders bench.
The turnover battle is 5-2. 5 for the Bengals, 2 for Myers in the first half with still 37 seconds to go. Anything can happen now. We can see another one.
And a pick six that was called back.
Yep.
So Myers Riders break the huddle. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. 1 ISO receiver off the line and up top. Shotgun. Shibby fakes the handoff. Doesn't have much time to survey the field and throws the ball incomplete.
So I think they were hoping to catch the Bengal defense napping a little bit with that tight end and sending him up the seam. Maybe a linebacker would forget about him. And he didn't. He was covered and they didn't have enough time to get it to him. So 33 seconds to go in the first half, Jess. They need 15 yards to get a first down. Another timeout, Myers. They're going to talk about this one.
Timeout, Myers, and we're going to take a short break. When we're back, the finish of the second quarter. And we're back. The closing couple seconds of the second quarter.
Well, Myers deciding to run a play. They might have been trying to run that screen. Nothing doing. They're going to get a late hit on the quarterback. It's going to be first down. Myers.
Yeah, roughing the passer. He called it.
Those are penalties, Jess, that we don't see, that you can't do at this point in the game. Bengals would have got the ball back on the 42-yard line and a shorter field to work with. And they've got a player down. It's 58, I believe.
Not sure the name of the player who's nursing their right knee.
Looked like 58, but I don't see it here.
While we have a player down, we're going to take a moment to just run the Madden commercial as we're hosting a 2017 Madden tournament. Probably in January. Pre-registration is still open. And if you are interested, visit hsn.co/Madden. And we're back. Myers Riders with the ball. 27 seconds left in the second quarter. It's a 7-7 tie football game. Shibby hands the ball off to Elijah St. John, who's got about 20 yards or more. Finally, he's guided out of bounds by the Bengals.
Very, very good run. He just got the edge and got to the sideline, got him a first down. Now they're on the 11 or 12-yard line. Just a simple toss by quarterback, number 11, Justin Shibley.
So halftime, it's Shibley.
Shibley.
Pardon the pronunciation.
That's okay, Jess.
Earlier.
That's okay, Jess. Got lots of players, lots of games today.
Shibley out of the shotgun. Pro set beside him.
I don't like it.
He is looking for the big out, but it is well defended. He was well covered by the Bengals.
I'm really surprised they've decided to try to throw down here, being so close to being able to score with 14 seconds and not running the football, because they've had some good success with Elijah St. John. I mean, he's a power back, he's got some wheels, and he runs north.
Babaloa on the coverage for the Bengals. And now we are looking at 2nd and 10. Shibley
There's a toss.
to St.
Good
John.
block again. Good block again. He's getting down to the goal line.
Okay, 6 seconds left.
I'll tell you, we got to keep talking about the block of the fullback. that's out
35.
there. 33, Wilson Brown.
Oh, Wilson
I'll tell you
Brown.
what, he did it again. He's been doing it all game.
He
He's been
has.
doing it all game.
You know what? Some receivers have all this talent, but they don't put in the work and stock block and finish their blocks. But when you get a kid that is able to block for his teammates, but he's also a good receiver, you got a winner.
Yep.
And I think that's what we got with Wilson Brown.
Yeah, he's been blocking all day. And you know what? We just can't see the number of the fullback for the Bengals. He's been doing it all game too.
Myers with the ball, first and
Simple.
goal.
Just give it to him. Let him go. Let him stretch it out.
St.
Get
John
nice
reverses field, but he's able to lean forward,
no time left.
but time expires on the clock.
There was 1 second left.
Do us a favor while you're watching the stream. Share the link on your Facebook profile page. Tweet it out. Let everyone know that we're live here with our coverage of the 2017 NCAFA Championship Week. So that's halftime. We're going to take a short break, and we'd like to thank our supporter at the city, Councillor Tim Tierney, who's helping HESN develop some media boot camps that we can offer to the community of people interested in getting in sports broadcasting, entertainment broadcasting. See you shortly, folks.
On a boat adrift without a rudder, east is north. I think I'm not so certain. The captain's strange, his mates deranged, and us and land. Oh yeah, yeah, bobbing on the waves, the captain speaking. I regret to say our boat is leaking. Davy Jones, welcome to Do for a Drink. Yeah, yeah. And the water rushes in as I bail out. There is no better time to learn to sing. I'll sing. Yeah, stroke. Old and children first, and let the band play near. My God, to me, this was our lifeboat. And water rushes in as I bail out. There is no better time to learn to sing. I'll sing. Yeah, stroke. Yeah, stroke.
So you guys are up at the police station. Right on the
Well, it must be the weekend, cause it's raining. I can hear the pit patter off the roof. I guess it just hurt me. And the thunder crashes down, baby. Well, I told her, and she stayed asleep. I don't think I've ever seen such a beautiful girl. She's coming to this sweaty muddy stone. When the sun comes up, it's another working day.
And we are back with the second half of the Peewee A-Cup Championship between the Orleans Bengals and the Myers Riders. It's a 7-7 ball game. Orleans set to kick off to the Myers Riders. And a short kick.
Seems that somebody might have been offside, recovered by the Bengals. Whether or not it went 10 yards is another question, Jess. I'm not so sure.
Me neither. I was looking to see. I thought it might be good, but
how do you go offside as the return team? They might have been lined up offside, but they shouldn't be kicking the ball if they're lined up offside.
so the referee's on the field sorting out what's happening.
I'm sure Scott's got the same question.
And Scott is a little angry.
So that's interesting. How can it be recovered?
And maybe
having gone, that's what Scott's upset about.
that's what he's upset about.
How can it be recovered there? And how can this guy throw a flag with the receiving team being offside? That's a ridiculous call. That's a ridiculous call.
And you know what? That one hurts. This is an A-Cup
does.
championship, and the kids need good calls. We'll keep our eye on this, but Orleans has the ball. Quarterback's under center, I formation. Balance formation, and
He's gone.
unbelievable.
He's gone. Jeremy Nyeke gone right up the middle of the defense. Gone for a touchdown. No flags. No flags and no drop balls.
And no fumbles.
No fumbles. Great way to start the second half for the Orleans Bengals.
But now, how important is that muffed call?
Yeah, well, very. Very.
And
But I mean,
Scott Boxall still a little beside himself. He's doing his best to move on. But that one hurts.
yeah, I don't understand at the kickoff on the receiving team going offside, which doesn't make sense. And then the line of scrimmage is behind where the 10 yards should have been. That's further boggling, but they've got to forget about it. They got to move on.
So let's have a look at the replay, Jeff.
I mean, simple lead play up the middle. Great job by the O-line, sealing the backside. Look at that go. And this is all Jeremy. That's just all Jeremy.
And you know what happens after that.
Hey, Reed, back up there. You're offside. Come on,
Can't let it bounce like that. I'll tell you, that's a great kick the Bengals have there. That's a fantastic kick.
Come on, Will, get that ball.
Now there's another flag in behind.
So as we can see, the rain is holding off. It's actually a pretty beautiful night. There's just some mist in the sky, but perfect football weather, I would say.
This is great. This is great. So here we go. Myers has got an opportunity now. They got the football.
Back to pass.
He's got him.
He's looking deep.
Couldn't hold on. Couldn't hold on. Not a bad throw, not a bad route. He had him. He had a step.
Quarterback out of the shotgun again. Toss left. Elijah trucks his defender.
Here he goes. Here he goes. Nice run, kid. He's just a real hard runner.
St. John ran for 1,900 yards this season with the Myers Riders Peewee team.
That's unbelievable.
He was the heart and soul of this offense.
Yeah, you can see why.
And why would you go away from him now?
I just wouldn't. They obviously got here with him. I keep dancing with them all the way throughout the game. I mean, they're in this thing. First down from about the 37-yard line. I just keep giving it to Elijah.
And
that's
do.
what they do. And you know what's surprising? They do it to the short side of the field, he's not down yet.
Now he is, but over there by the Orleans bench, St. John making the Orleans Bengals defenders pay. No flags on the field.
That's a good, tough run.
It'll be second down and only 2 yards. So the 8-yard pickup.
Maybe 9.
Maybe 9. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left. 13-7 Bengals.
There's that elusive extra point we talk about, Jess. The converted touchdowns.
That's right.
Myers set. They're playing with a tight end out here. There's a reverse that we were looking for. He fumbled the ball. That might be going nowhere real quick. Maybe I'm wrong. Here he goes. He's still going. They throw him to the ground. He didn't lose too many yards. That could have been real big trouble. He could have lost a lot of yards on that play. Good on him for getting upfield.
Now you see the steam coming off these players as they're working up a sweat.
That's third in the yard. That could have been a lot worse. They could have had him for a loss of 7 or 8 easily. And the referee's having a chat with these guys in the huddle. Not sure why. And they're out of shotgun, even
Myers,
though 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Here's the snap. Toss to the strong side.
Jeez.
St. John can't handle it.
Tackled for a big loss.
And the Bengals will take over with 7:50 left in the 3rd quarter. They're up by 1 score, 13-7.
Something that we've noticed the Bengals adjusted to is they're giving the ball, they're handing it off rather than toss it, which has helped them a lot in not fumbling the football. So a clean exchange with the quarterback. The center of the quarterback, first of all, has to happen, and then you get the clean exchange from the quarterback to the running back.
So the Bengals 1st and 10. Diaz under center. Balance formation, eye back. And it's going to be a handoff, but another
Jeremy.
fumble and turnover.
So
Fred, what does that make it?
Disregard what I said, Jess. Just when I said the Bengals changed it and they're handing the ball off from the quarterback to the running back, they fumbled the exchange.
And number 44 recovers the ball. Luca Farinaccio
I think.
Farinaccio with the fumble recovery. And he gives his offense another chance.
They might want to hurry here. They might get delayed game.
So we've seen the sweep action to St. John.
And Elijah's not in the game, or is he playing tight end?
He's definitely not the tailback. Look like some crackback blocks.
Good run, kid.
And
He
an
could be gone.
unbelievable
He
run.
could be gone. Number 15 will not be caught. Touchdown, Myers. Wow. Wow. With Elijah not on the field and getting the football, good on number 15. Cutting back, splitting the defenders. My goodness.
What a run.
What a run.
We're going to have a look at that.
But here is the extra point that they need. Nicholas Sarkozy ran that ball for that touchdown. Absolutely great run. And I'll tell you what, not the biggest kid on the field.
Not by a long stretch.
Bengals are offside. They made it anyway. They'll take it on the kickoff.
So here we
Momentum
go.
Myers.
Here we go with the replay of that touchdown. It's a fake dive.
Yeah, that's the reverse they've been set up. Watch, he cut back here. Watch, that's what he sees.
Oh.
He cuts back here. Now watch him split him. Watch him split him. Here he goes. Right up the field. Touchdown. Great run, kid.
Unbelievable run, and a run that gets his Myers Riders even in this ball game.
They're up one.
Actually, now with that point, that's 14-13, and the Myers Riders lead for the first time today.
Yep. Turnovers are their story today. There's been a lot of them, and they capitalized on it. So the Bengals fumble, Myers gets it, makes good on it, but you cannot count out this Bengal football team, Jess.
No,
that offense has too much firepower.
It's too easy to score. So now we've got a ball game. This is turning out to be exactly what they promised. A back and forth slugfest. Two of the best teams in Peewee football. Myers drops the kickoff down around the 30-yard line. And the Bengals are able to return it up about 4 more yards.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I would have kicked it over to Jeremy and Khalil, but they did. Good thing they were able to cover it well. Well, you're right, Jess. This game definitely is delivering in being the premier game at Peewee football in the A Cup for sure.
So on first down, the Bengals will hand off.
There's Jeremy. There's Jeremy. There's Jeremy.
And the Myers Riders hang on for dear life.
Yep. Still a 6-yard game. I mean, you could see it. He wants to go. He wants to go. He's just waiting to turn on the Jets there.
So 2nd and 3, 7-yard pickup on the first down run by the Orleans Bengals. And look for another run. A full house here at Millennium Park. And a handoff and another fumble by the Orleans Bengals.
They're going to get Myers for being offside. They're going to get Myers for being offside. That would have been yet another turnover, Jess. Oh, Bengals, illegal procedure. They ran the play. Scott Boxhall.
Wow.
Wow. Another fumble.
And that is big.
First down, Myers. Momentum Myers, but I'll tell you what, this Bengal defense is very, very good. This offense is proven to be very, very good. I'll tell you what, this is awesome.
These are two very evenly matched teams.
Yep.
It's quite obvious. A lot of mistakes, but
well, we don't see Elijah on the field again. I hope he's okay.
Campbell. Shibley hands the ball off. Maybe good for 3 yards. Myers looking to capitalize on the Bengals' last
I think that was
fumble.
Hayden Linz that got the ball that time. They're going to go to Hayden Linz and Wilson Brown with Elijah not being in the game. This is the worst time for him not to be in there. I'm hoping he didn't get hurt.
Look for Saracusi, who's at the top of the screen in the slot. Shibley out of the gun. Takes the chest-high snap, tosses it weak. And another big run by the Myers offense.
Wow! Here he goes. There are no flags, and he is going to score. 1 yard line. Gosh, what a run.
And he looks like he might have gotten injured on the play.
What a great run. What a great run.
So let's take a look at that run, Jeff.
Well, it's just a
in
simple
real
toss
time
to the other side. And there he goes. He cuts back, but then he sees that block by number 9, and he gets down the field and gets caught. Wow, great run. I hope he's okay. He's out on the field there. While the trainer's out, he's up now. Good job.
So now 1st and goal from the Myers Riders. They clap him off. He'll have to come off the field. But that's okay because they've got a lot of weapons on that Riders offense. St. John still not back out there though.
Well, they're down on the 1 yard line here. I'd look for maybe the quarterback just to like if I were Myers, I'd be thinking, let's just get this touchdown and kick the ball off.
Just maybe a simple quarterback plunge.
Just a quarterback plunge. I don't want to see him at a gun, and he's not. You need a yard. Put your head down and go get it, kid. Elijah's back in the game. He's that tailback. I wouldn't even toss it to him, Jess. I might hand it off to him, but I wouldn't do anything crazy for an exchange. In fact, I'd get the quarterback. I see it over there on the left side. Go quarterback, sneak to the left side. Touchdown, Myers.
You called it, Karate. Touchdown, Myers Riders.
Now again, we get back to our extra point stuff, Jess. How important is this one? Now it's 20. It's a converted touchdown for the Bengals to come back, tie it up if they can convert it, or they go up and now maybe force the Myers, if they score, to have to go for a 2-point convert.
They want that point badly. So a great game so far. There's 3:49 left on the clock of this Peewee Championship. Myers looking to make it 21. High snap.
That's blocked.
And no good. So it'll remain 20-13 for the Riders. And now just a one-possession game.
Wow.
Lots of time, though.
Lots of time left. I mean, two real good football teams and athletes all over the field making plays and running around. The Bengals, it's simple. Just hold on to the football.
Definitely a lot of fumbles. Looking to find a solution, maybe switch up the gloves that Campbell is wearing. This will be a war of wills.
That's what it's going to be. And you know what? Myers took advantage of the fumble that time and went down and scored a touchdown, which is what they need to do. And here's that moonshot kit. Oh, geez. Myers going to get it. He pick it up. He's got the football. He's still running down the sideline. Gosh. I'll tell you what, Myers Riders momentum down on the 33-yard line, Jesse. And I see Elijah coming on the field. It just looks real good for them right now. They have got the momentum. They've just got to make sure to hold on to the football, get down the field. If nothing else, take some time off the clock.
Emmanuel Manzare with possibly the biggest play of the game so far.
I tell you, both these teams have that moonshot kick that can change the momentum of the game just like that. Just like that, Myers has the ball on the 33-yard line. And they just scored. And Elijah's back in the game.
That's not good for the Orleans Bengals.
No, sir. And they give it to Elijah. Here he goes. Up the middle. Breaks the tackle. He's still on his feet. Fumbled the football.
Did they get it back? There is a lot of crazy plays in this game.
They got the ball back. It looks like they got the ball back. It's second down.
Lucky for the Riders.
I mean, it seems like some of these fumbles with Elijah are happening when he stops moving his feet. When you stop moving your feet, go down. Just take what you got. Take what you got, man, and go down. Because guys are coming in. This Bengals defense, they're ball hawks when the ball's in the air, and they strip the football. And I think we're seeing that. It's wet a little bit, yes, but this Bengal defense strips the football.
So the Myers Riders have the ball back. 2nd and 3. Shotgun toss to the
Elijah.
wide side of the field. Elijah St. John back in the game.
Great
He is
tackle.
wrapped up, though, and they're going for the ball.
They're going for the ball. Of course they are.
Finally, he's wrestled out of bounds near the Orleans Bengals bench, just past the 20-yard line.
Not sure if he gained anything there. It's going to be probably 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. Definitely a long 4.
Ball's whistled in.
Now here you go, Jess. Are they going to go to one of these reverses to one of their smaller slot receiver guys? Or are they going to give it to Elijah to try to maybe pound it up the middle? Or you know what? They might go toss to Elijah off the edge here. Who knows? They got the tight end on the far side of the field to the wide side of the field.
Sheracuzio made him pay once. Here it comes again.
There's that reverse again. They got him that time. Nothing doing. They got him that time.
And that is a big number 98 of the Bengals making that tackle.
That's Malcolm McDonald. Big he is. Big play. That's a big stop. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. They've been converting those. They've been converting them. That's a big stop after that. Here come the Bengals. On offense. It looks to be Jeremy in the backfield.
Handoff up the middle.
No fumble that time. Gain of 4 yards. It's a good solid run. Gain of 4 yards.
Well defended. The big play is definitely what it's going to come down to today.
Yeah, well, we've seen both teams have the ability to make the big play. I mean, with Khalil and with Jeremy on the Bengals side running the football, and Elijah for Myers and a couple of those speedy slot back receivers. I mean, anybody can break one at any time.
Yep. I formation, quarterback under center. And it's another handoff up the middle. Running back, spin move.
Good tackle.
And it's finally taken down by number 6. Brandon Lee Barletta with the tackle. He's playing outside linebacker for the Myers Riders.
And that's Khalid now in the backfield. Hard to see with the dark and the numbers being really hard to see on these Bengal uniforms.
Same play. They go right back to it.
Yep, breaking tackles. Here goes Khalid. Here goes Khalid. Out of bounds. Still a big gain. It's a first down. 13 or 14-yard gain. First down, Bengals.
And that's enough to take us into the fourth quarter. We'll be back with the fourth quarter shortly. The score, 2013 for the Myers Riders over the Orleans Bengals in the 2017 Peewee A-Cup Championship.
we go.
And we're back. Orleans with the ball. 1st and 10 to start the 4th quarter.
Fumble the
and
ball.
another fumble by the
Snap.
Bengals. Not a clean exchange from the center and the quarterback. It's been a source of frustration for the Orleans Bengals all night.
Yeah, again, the good thing is he maintained possession. He bobbled it, but maintained possession. So they live to fight another down. And when you got Khalid and you got Jeremy as running backs, that's a good thing because these guys can get you 11 yards at a time.
Second and 12. Toss to the wide side of the field.
Penetration there. They got him wrapped
great
up.
contain. They're forcing him back. Maybe a block in the back.
Block in the back for sure. We're going to take this.
But Khalid still on his feet. So a good effort, all for naught.
It's going to be where it happened. Jeremy seemed, had he got just cut inside of the containment for Myers, he might have had something there, but he just chose to backtrack. It'll be second down over again. I mean, this is a big stop for them here, Jess. 10:43 to go in the 4th quarter. They're up 20-13.
This is big.
They have to start. This is a big. It's second and 20, essentially second and 19. They've got to put him in 3rd and long and make him think about at least punting and flipping the field.
And the Bengals got a long way to go. Fourth quarter, 10 minutes remaining.
They're out of the gun. They haven't done that much tonight.
And it's a pass.
They're going to throw. They got that screen set up. They were hoping to get to him, and they got it. There's Khalid. Oh, big hit. They saw it coming, big hit, but Khalid, being the athlete as he is, spun off it because these running backs on both sides, you're going to have to wrap them if you're going to bring them down. Shots they've taken before. So now it's going to be 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. This is a big down for them to be able to stop them here and get possession of the ball and maybe, just maybe get down the field. Now he's under center again.
Look for them to go back to that lead
toss, something of that nature. Yeah, they're just going to go lead. Jeez, that's dangerous. Here it goes.
Oh,
fumble the ball again.
And number 4. 7 turnovers for the Orleans Bengals. 7 fumbles.
7 fumbles to only be down 7. They got to be very thankful. I mean, Myers has got to start to capitalize on these miscues from the Orleans Bengals not being able to hold on to the football.
James Donnelly with the recovery. Johnny on the spot. He's been all over the field today. Probably, I would say, if they're going to look for a defender to be a player of the game, Donnelly might be the one.
Oh, he's been all over the place for sure.
But we've got 9 minutes to go, so who knows what's going to happen next. 20-13 for the Riders.
Elijah's in a tailback. They got their speedy guys in that slot. They're playing with the tight end to the field. And they're going to simply give it to Elijah. And there he goes. Rumbling for 9-10 yards.
We got the Bantam Championship coming up next. between the Cumberland Panthers and the Canada Knights. So stick around to the HESN YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Riders 2nd and 2. They hand it off.
There's Elijah. Elijah's going to get upfield.
Elijah
He's cutting back. He's pulling what Jeremy and Khalid do. There he goes. He may not be caught. He has got some wheels. They catch him down after a gain of 33 yards. Elijah is putting this game on his shoulders. He has done
If we see
what he sees Jeremy and Khalid do.
Look at
he
the
cut
replay.
back.
The
Watch
cut
this.
back, and he's just, people are diving for his legs. They don't want anything to do with him up top.
I'll tell you what, that is one tough run against a real good Bengal defense. First and down from the 30-yard line going in for Myers. 7:30 to go in the fourth quarter of a great football game, Jess. And
One
here
of the
they
best,
go.
a real
They gave it to the fullback up the middle.
A Nakafa classic it's turning out to be.
No gain there. Like I said, this Bengal defense is very disciplined. They tried to catch him off guard, giving it to the fullback. I wouldn't expect to see the fullback running down 30 yards for a touchdown. This defense is very, very good and very disciplined. Seven minutes to go with the clock winding down, Jess. This is a classic A-Cup Peewee game. Undefeated Myers. The only loss that the Bengals have were against Myers. And he decided to let the quarterback keep it. He's running to the right side of the field on an obvious keeper. Didn't get that many yards. It's going to be 3rd and long. Justin Shibley, the quarterback. Third and a long 9, Jess, at a time where Myers really needs to get a first down, take some more time off the clock, maybe score to get up 2. That's a very stingy defense they're playing against. They go toss to Elijah, no surprise. Somebody's coming in, takes him down. That's it. They decide to go low. They stopped him. Turnover on downs. It'll be first down, Bengals, from about the 29.
So under 6 minutes, I always feel as a defensive coach that this is the critical time where I start to worry about my offense. And if a team is going to pull off a comeback and tie the game, they can't wait till it's a couple seconds. They've got to make some gains here and get it done.
They've got to score when they can't score. They've proven that they can. They just need to hold on to the football. It's really easy. Hold on to the ball and things will work out because their running backs have the ability to get down the field. We've seen it.
1st and 10, Bengals hand it off. He makes a nifty move.
He's gone.
And he's being chased down. He gets the sideline. He's tripped up near the HESN sign.
Good things happen when you hold on to the ball. That time Jeremy held on to it. Big gain. First down from the 53. Still plenty of time. How important is that extra point now that Myers didn't get to put him up 21?
It could be a game-winning extra point.
And the Bengals have to get theirs if they happen to get down and score. Great run by Jeremy and Yeke.
Handoff.
There's Khalid. He's
24 trying to contain him. The corner, number 24, did a good job of just containing him and forcing him back inside to his help.
Yep.
That's a underrated play.
Yep. When the defensive players can just contain guys like this, these two real good running backs from the Bengals, they can stop. Now, still a 9 or 10 yard gain. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
Giacomo Tascicano with a great play to force Khalid back inside.
There's Khalid again. Fumbled the football.
Myers says they have it.
They may have it. They have it. Oh, second down. Or
So
third.
Orleans dodges a bullet.
That would have been dangerous for them.
4 minutes remaining, just over 4 minutes. 2013 for the Myers Riders over the Orleans Bengals in this 2017 Peewee A-Cup Championship.
We are seeing Luciano Diaz, the quarterback, ensuring that he gets the ball to hand off to these guys. If you watch him now, watch him. He's making sure he grips it and he hands it off and puts it into these guys.
Well, you know the coaches have been talking to him.
Here, guys, you see that? Boom, get in there. Go. Another first down.
A very physical Myers Riders defense. Gang tackles Khalid about the 33-yard line.
.320 and counting. Bengals on the 30-yard line. Here they go. There's Jeremy. Knocks somebody down, falls down in the process, getting tackled. That's what they need to do for the next couple of plays. That's good to see good sportsmanship from Jeremy and Yeke, tapping number 4 on the head, saying, hey, nice job, kid. He's not the easiest guy in the world to tackle.
So we've seen a lot of dives, tosses.
Now we got Jeremy in the slot and you got Khalid. So they're going to mix it up. As soon as you get a good dose of one, you get a dose of the other. They got him there. Nothing doing there.
He holds onto the ball, though.
It's going to be 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Big, big third down here for the Bengals to convert and Myers to stop them.
So this third down, if you're the Myers Riders, what are you got to believe that they're going to be running that draw and leaving it to the running back.
Well, they're going to give it to Jeremy, no doubt.
They've got a big field to the top of the screen that they could run that toss to. That's my guess.
Yep.
There's a timeout on the field. The coaches will come out and make some last-minute adjustments. So here we go.
Big play of the game here, Jess.
Third down.
Even with a timeout, I don't suspect that the Bengals are going to get crazy or do something. I suspect that they're going to do with what works. Quarterback's just checking with, if it's Jeremy back there, hey, listen, I'm going to give it to you right here, man. Get it and do what you do best.
Toss strong was my call.
Well, right up the middle.
Dive.
He's got a first down, if nothing else. He's held on to the football.
But almost caught from the feet. A
Yep.
shoestring tackle. Myers was in there pretty nicely. If we check the replay on that, Jeff, we can see how close this Myers defender was.
Yep. But they stopped him. They haven't scored. They're gonna make Jeremy or Khalid. Khalid now is the tailback. Like I said, you get a dose of one, then you get a dose of the other. That's frustrating. Two real good running backs. They got him there. Nice job.
So Myers comes up big.
It's 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9.
Myers just hanging on here. Every time Khalid gets the ball, he could go the whole distance of the field. And Myers Riders doing a good job of holding this team to 13 points.
Oh, they're doing a great job. Both defenses have played outstanding. To be able to stop the caliber of running backs that are playing on this field tonight on both sides, the Bengals and Myers, is outstanding defensive play.
Toss strong.
Oh, great move by Jeremy. That's what you get with him. He's so athletic. He's so athletic. I thought he was down. The Myers defender did the right thing, coming at him, trying to take him down low, and Jeremy just sidestepped it, and off he went. He almost scored.
To the replay. Look at that move.
Hold them, D. Fumble.
And we are back. Couple yards for a first down.
Third down, is it?
They can smell the end zone from here. Kind of a sloppy
They
handoff.
might have him.
A stiff
They
arm.
could have
He's
him.
looking to reverse
They
field.
could have him. They might
They
have
got
him. No, he's going to be gone. He may be gone.
Now they're
Nope.
They're rallying.
They got him. Was that third down?
That
First down, Myers.
could be the game right there.
A minute 12 to go. I'm unsure of the timeouts that the Bengals would have. 20-13, a minute 12 to go. First down, Myers. Stopping them on third down, changeover on downs. The ball is on the 25.
If we look at the replay here, he is so hard to bring down.
Yeah, I thought he was gone right here. I said for sure. Who's that chasing him, making him that play? That is the tackle of the game. I mean, you know what? These running back Jesse are so good that you just want to contain them because they're going to get their yards.
I think it was number 70. We will get confirmation from the coach because no doubt he knows.
Here's Elijah. Get going, Elijah. Hold on to the ball.
So now, Myers Riders have to be smart. They cannot fumble the ball. I would say being conservative is what they're looking to do right now. They're only under 60 seconds away from winning the Peewee A-Cup championship.
If they convert a first down, it's all over here. I'm calling Elijah to go some sort of lead toss to the wide side of the field and hope that he breaks it. Just give it to him. Let him go. He broke a tackle. He broke another one. He broke another one. Taking time off the clock. 32 seconds to go. I mean, Jess, 32 seconds. If there's no timeout, you take the ball, snap it to Elijah, because the whistle is going to go now.
Well, it's not a foregone conclusion. Third down, 7 to go, 32 seconds left remaining.
What's the problem here with the referees? Was there a penalty we don't know about?
The referees sorting it out.
What's going on?
They must have called their time. Oh, they called their timeout.
You know that the Montreal League will be watching in on this one, looking to see if they'll be facing the Myers Riders or the Orleans Bengals. I think certainly the Riders have had their share of turnovers and fumbles, but nothing like the Orleans Bengals.
Oh, I mean, to turn over the ball that many times and only to be down by 7 is absolutely incredible. I mean, the fact there's 32 seconds to go in the game, they're down by 7, they turn the ball over 7 times, it's third down, they're going to have to kick. I'm guessing they're going to punt the football. Short of that, Jess, short of that, as crazy as it sounds, take the ball, run around the back of the end zone, take the ball, run back and take a safety. And then then they've got a long field to work with. And you've stopped them the last couple of series. Again, we're talking about Jeremy and Khalid that can run. I mean, you got me.
Either way, you don't want them with the ball again.
And I'm not so sure you want to punt it either. But you got no choice. You got to play football.
So, they're going to punt it.
And it's a great punt.
And they get a good one, and it rolls out of bounds.
Great punt. Now there's 25 seconds to go. Likely 3 plays. Let's see what you got, fellas.
I'm going to call it. I think we're getting another touchdown here by Orleans.
You think we're going overtime, do you?
So, Orleans Bengals, the rich traditional franchise, in the A Cup in 2017, facing off another classic franchise, the Myers Riders from the West End of Ottawa, wearing the black, white, and red. And now we've got a 2013 game and the Orleans Bengals with what looks to be unstoppable unless they fumble the ball.
Oh, gosh, yeah, they'd have a lot more touchdowns had they done it. There he goes. Big play, big hit. Second down, 21 seconds to go. The clock will continue when they get up and they get going. Jesse, now they bring Jeremy back into the game. I don't know what they're talking about. Get the ball down, get it going, let him play football. 20 seconds to go, 18 seconds to go. Quarterback's under set. He's not even under center. He's not even ready to go. This could be the last play of the game.
Diaz in the shotgun. They're going to
last
need a
play of the game.
miracle.
They're going to need a miracle for sure.
They go for the Hail Mary, and it's knocked away. Clock
4
stops
seconds
at 4
to go.
seconds. So one
Last
more
play
play.
of the game. They've got to stop them here, and they win the football game. It's real simple.
Last play, boys.
It's real simple. And I'm not so sure I would back up and play a prevent defense. I mean, hey, Scott Boxall, your defense has done a great job against two of the best running backs in this league. The high-powered offense of the Orleans Bengals against the potent tacklers on Myers. Outstanding, fellas. It doesn't matter how it ends. This has been absolutely unbelievable football game.
What a great football game. The game will live forever on the HESN YouTube channel. Diaz out of the shotgun.
He's going to try to throw it.
Step.
He's going to throw that screen. He's going to throw that screen. He's going to get tackled. Is he going to get tackled? He's going to try to run. Keep running. The game is over. My
Myers
goodness.
wins. Myers wins.
Riders. Congratulations, Scott Boxall. Orleans Bengals, well played. What a football game to be able to call and see live. My goodness, Jess.
What a great game. These two teams put on a hell of a show for us.
Wow.
Congratulations to the Orleans Bengals on a fantastic season. And now the Myers Riders, it's official, will be the Ottawa representative in the first ever interprovincial bowl series game that goes in 2 weeks' time at Carleton University. And they've got some time to rest up, but what a season. And they played injured. We saw Elijah come out of the game. They did it without him. Number 15 scoring a highlight reel touchdown.
Yep.
And they came back, right? They came back.
You cannot turn the ball over. It's just that simple. I mean, let's not forget, Jess, there was a turnover down on the 3-yard line. And then Elijah rambled 109 yards for a touchdown. I mean, what a football game. I mean, what a football game.
So we are going to end it there from the whole HESN crew. I'm Jesse Card, calling the game with me, Coach Karate, and we are going to go down. We'll be back shortly in about half an hour with the Bantam Championship right here on the HESN YouTube channel.